Welcome into KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week as we've got a 4A quarterfinal for you here on KSLSports.com between the 9th-seeded Juan Diego Soaring Eagle and your top-seeded West Field Longhorns. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. What a game we have for you coming up here this afternoon, this quarterfinal. Both teams playing for the right to advance to the 4A semi. We'll get into teams, matchup, players here as we are just ready to get underway. Westfield in the home white, Juan Diego in the road navy blue as the opening face-off tucked to the north and tracked down by the Longhorns. This was Trey Bridge playing ahead. Westfield coming in the top seed, 16-3 on the year. They were undefeated in region play. What a year for Coach Callahan. First year for this school, this program, bringing a lot of players together. And, boy, the mesh has been extremely well, led by Gage Wright. The senior has 72 goals, 32 assists. You look at other top scorers for the Longhorns, includes Richard Sparrow with 33 goals. Grady Call has 22, although he's not played the full year. He's really come on for the Longhorns as the year has gone on, and he's gotten PT. As this opening possession given up, Juan Diego here with it. This is a very tough quarterfinal game for the Soaring Eagle. They come in 11-8 overall. They were 2-2 in region play, but they finished losing in the region championship. Of course, the region had a region tournament, which is awesome. Made it to that championship game, lost to Juan Diego, or to Judge Memorial, my apologies. But this is a very tough 9 seed for Westfield to be playing. Juan Diego very good defensively, as we've got a flag here on the play on this first Juan Diego possession, as this is Skyler behind the cage here for Juan Diego. And now you see Westfield doubling down there, trying to knock it loose. They'll possess, and we will get our first stoppage and first call of the game as the Soaring Eagle prepared to go man up here. Leading scorers for Juan Diego this year includes the sophomore Parker Stoltz. Young man is fantastic, has 65 goals, 21 assists. Then you have the junior, Noah Schuyler, who we just talked about, 59 goals and 40 assists. That duo's been spectacular. Nicola Demas, Stoback, each over 20 goals. There's plenty of offense here for Juan Diego, and this defense is really stout. William Conley, a fantastic defender. He, along with Kai Fairbanks, to help anchor this back line for the Soaring Eagle as their man up here. First opportunity for the man up as this played back behind goal. We'll get into starting keeps here in just a moment. Is Skyler with it, trying to feed in front, does, and that one taken away. Talking about starting goalie, it's Carter Thornock, the junior, getting the start for the Longhorns. A .619 save percentage for Westfield this season, helping to lead them to their region title. Meanwhile, starting goalie today for Juan Diego will be the freshman, Braden Anderson. He's got a .570 save percentage. As a long pole coming down and shooting just wide there for Westfield, backed up by the Longhorns. Want to remind you, the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late. We do our best to keep it synced with the official clock here in the stadium. As Westfield now with the offensive possession, Lincoln Miller, as a flag coming in here now. So I think we had might have had an offsides there, but Westfield here will possess, see if they can't strike. Fed over. Oh, nice feed, and that one just wide. Backed up as now we will get the call. It is offside. So Westfield, who killed off their first man down, now they will go man up and have an opportunity here to try to score the first goal of the game. This will be Gage Wright to start it. Talking about the great year he's had. Help push him to the corner. Meanwhile, we got a photographer who they're asking to clear a little further away from that goal. All set, ready to go. Here's Horspool. He'll give now with Miller. Miller feeding over, open lane here. Oh, and that shot couldn't be taken. Kenny Olson, he'll rip here and score. First goal of the game goes to the top-seeded Longhorns as Kenny Olson didn't receive the pass initially, but did a great job of retracking it, picking it back up, and a rip top corner. We did not talk about the junior in our open. 43 goals, now make it 44 for Olsen on the year as he gives Westfield the early 1-0 lead. That's a man-up goal for the Longhorns, so they're able to capitalize with the extra attacker. And procedure here will give it to Westfield. That's an area where Westfield, we saw them really did their game against Bear River here out in Taylor, Utah. And possession off of the faceoff was a huge factor in that one. Great roll around. Shot here and a goal. How about that offense by Westfield? Juan Diego loses track of Tayden Call, and the sophomore left all alone from about 6 yards out. Call with the finish, make it 2-0 Longhorns. Boy, you see you lose that defensive pressures. Attacker got around the Juan Diego defense on that far side, and now it's just a numbers game. And great heads-up play. It's one of the things we saw with this Westfield team when we saw them earlier. Very unselfish play. It's been that way here to start. A face-off win here for the Longhorns. Juan Diego does a great job jarring that loose. Kicked wide here. Battle for this one. Westfield coming up with it. This was Richard Sparrow coming away with the possession. As now Gage Wright here to settle it up. Wright, one of the top goal scorers in the state this season. Tried to get there to Johnny Metz. And that one closest to was Anderson. Good hustle there by the goalie for Juan Diego, as it will be Soaring Eagle possession. Juan Diego's had a great start to the playoff. They had to play in that first round, a victory over Provo, and took care of Canyon View in the second round. Both their games have been double-digit advantages for Juan Diego, as here is Kai Fairbanks. He'll play over with Backman. Parker Stoltz, we talked about his offense. Been the top goal scorer this year for Juan Diego. He's got it near side. Stoltz waiting for reinforcements to come up. We'll play this with Jimerson. Now out on the angle with Nicodemus, my apologies. Trying to feed in front. That taken away by Thornock. Read that extremely well. Trying to feed right in front of the cage. The junior goalie not having it. Here's Bridge for Westfield coming up. Juan Diego racing back. You can see Bridge kind of sense that stick check from Jimerson. Able to get it over here with Grady Call. As both teams subbing on here. 7.5 to go, opening quarter. Here's Horspool trying to work around. Shimakowski is tracked down in the corner by Kenny Olson. Got us started today on the score sheet. Lincoln Miller, nice move. Miller looking to the middle. Shooting lane, a riser that skips over the goal, is out of play and backed up. A couple opportunities here where Westfield's been able to work right to the teeth in front of the goal. It's this Juan Diego D. Wrap around here. That won't go. Backed up by Westfield again. Grady Call to start. Running start here for Olson. Kenny, nice piece of defense there. Took away that passing lane. Now Olson will work out with Horspool. Cooper here behind the goal. Has Call there. Working in front. That hit off the pipe. Ricocheting up. Will not get out. We're playing gray lines here today. Essentially back of the end zone there. Tough to see on the edges as this gathered by Horspool. He'll take a shot, and that one missed wide. Backed up here again. Good pressure here by the Longhorns early. Olson trying to work to the middle. See that slide coming over. On the angle, Horspool, he'll play behind. Cooper feeding up, Miller. Trying to force him left, finds a way to the right. Slide coming over. Worked in front, and that one did not make its way through. Boy, that might have been ricocheted there by Liam Ross, one of the defenders here for this Juan Diego team. As the Soaring Eagle now on the possession, trying to work it up. Got to get this ahead. Failure. A great job there by Westfield. That ride really not allowing many opportunities. Fed in front. Metz, tough angle shot. That might have been saved by Anderson. This scooted back for Johnny Metz. That one taken out of the air by Jimerson. Trying to feed that ahead. Swept up into space. Bit of a slap shot there, but missed it. And it's Metz coming together here for Westfield. That pass just a touch behind call. Able to be tracked down by Maestas. Here's Schuyler. He's trying to work that left alley shot there. And did that go in? Yes, it did. First goal of the game for Juan Diego, coming from their leading point scorer of the year, Noah Schuyler, with an important goal here early for Juan Diego, makes it 2-1. You see how important those alleys are. Schuyler able to get that edge, does a great job of using his speed and somehow able to get a shot away. There was not a lot of room there for Noah. Able to take care of it. And now we've got a timeout going to be taken here by Juan Diego. Timeout, Soaring Eagle. 4:40 to go here in the opening quarter. 2-1 in the 4A quarterfinal.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back here to Taylor, Utah. Westfield High School, brand new school here this year. Great start for the boys lacrosse program is off this face-off. Won by Porter Lawrence. 648 on the face-offs this year. Hayden Hansen, 586. That duo's been great at getting possession for Westfield as Horspool here to initiate. He'll feed with Miller. Lincoln. Tries to give that over. Does that help it come? This out of the air. Trying to be tracked down there by Nicolademus, but Westfield able to maintain it. Well, you see the defense there of Moore trying to make life hard. Knocked him down. Michael Moore still staying with it here. And may have a loose ball push here. Well, Westfield starting. Here's Sparrow. Coming around, little jump shot. Saved away by Anderson. And how about, Anderson smothering that. Very aggressive. They're coming out of the crease to gather the possession. As now Juan Diego here working to clear. Anderson, eyes up, trying to find a way to get this ahead. There's been already one failure to advance, forced by this ride of Westfield. That one taken away. Anderson lost his footing. This Juan Diego defense racing back. So is the goalie, Anderson. Ground ball. Great work by Juan Diego to win that one back, at least momentarily, allowing Anderson to get back into the crease. And it is the Soaring Eagle that have it. Here's Stoltz. Stoltz, he's got a little angle here right in front. Knocked down as a flag coming in on the play. Stoltz is down here, still a little slow to get up as we'll get whistles. And now enforcement. I'm guessing there's going to be a slash. Stoltz dropped his stick immediately. It looked like he was holding that arm. That is indeed the call, and don't mean to make light of it. Parker, I got a bad bruise on my arm right now, too. Those hurt. So it'll be man up here for Juan Diego, their second man up opportunity of the game. Chance to potentially tie this one up, as this will be a 1 minute advantage here for the visitors. Worked over, Here's Schuyler. He'll feed to Stoltz. Trying to get that defense moving. About 40 seconds left here. Angle shot, and that one high, backed up here by the Soaring Eagle. Stoltz will start it. About 30 more seconds here on the man up for Juan Diego. Looking for that tying goal. Schuyler giving it back. Two to go here in this opening quarter. Angle shot and a goal. What a rip. They're coming from Parker Stoltz. It is a man-up tying goal for Juan Diego, the sophomore, with his 66th of the year, tying it up on the man advantage for Juan Diego. Boy, nice execution for that offense. Trying to find that just enough space for their shooters. We mentioned they got a couple of them that can absolutely rip it. And couldn't get it on the left side of that goal. Stoltz on the right side, able to beat it 5-hole. We're knotted up. Another face-off win here. This one by Hansen. Can Westfield get a response? A rip shot there was wide on the look by Wright. You see Juan Diego, they had a couple defenders there, made it incredibly tough for Gage to try to get any space. That pass couldn't be handled by Call. Rolling back, plenty of space here for Horspool to gather it as we're inside the final 90 seconds of the first. Back behind, over with Sparrow. Boy, that one lost momentarily by Call. Grady trying to stay on it. Juan Diego smothering his call here. Will maintain with Westfield. Talk about how tight this defense is for the Soaring Eagle. Giving up the first couple of goals, you've seen them really start to lock things down, make it very tough. Navigating through, rip here, and Anderson with the save. Ground ball about 5 yards out, swept to the middle, and this trying to be cleared here by Juan Diego. Good battle, is now some space for Shimikowski near line, able to gather inside a minute as Zachary Shimikowski, the defenseman, will take here behind goal. And now we'll hand this over to Schuyler. Juan Diego, with 35 seconds left, could have the last look here to expire the quarter. They'll bring Jimerson up. Instead, it's Stoltz. Parker, defender lost his feet. A rip there, just wide. And backed up here for Juan Diego. Nearly an identical look as the man-up goal he scored just 2 minutes ago. Schuyler. Trying to work at GLE. Little roll there. Tough ground ball. And that captured by Thornock. Final seconds here of the quarter. Westfield able to clear, and that will do it. First quarter in the books. We are tied up 2 apiece between Westfield and Juan Diego. You're watching the 4A quarterfinal on KSLSports.com. Welcome back as we get ready to start our second quarter. Our apologies. It is 2-2. We'd never updated the score on our scoreboard, so we're tied up here at the start of the second. Want to remind you our playoff coverage is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and a 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. Tab Bank, want to thank them for their sponsorship here of playoff coverage on KSLSports.com. We mentioned these two teams. Westfield, one of the top scoring teams in the classification. Juan Diego, they only gave up more than 5 goals 5 times this year, twice to Judge Memorial. In fact, both these two teams played Judge over the course of the year. Those were very consistent results for these two teams as Horspool working in front, kind of lost his defender trying to come around, got a shot away, but a tough one, and on the chase, this is kept in here by Westfield. Did not have enough to get out. Here's Horspool. He'll give this back to Wright. Gage working to the point. A little shot fake there. Here's Miller. He'll give back over with Olsen. Kenny to Gage Ride. A shot there, backed up here for Westfield. The Longhorns sending this up to Miller. Nice piece of ball movement there, but that centering deflected out. I say last touch there by Juan Diego. It will stay here. Here's a shot. And boy, and Anderson might have got a piece that was wide. We talk about the ability of this Juan Diego defense, limiting double digits, as it's been 9 straight games for Westfield scoring double figures. As this, again, staying here with the Longhorns, extended possession. They'll give back over. Boy, you see that defense coming in hard. The helmet knocked off, flags coming in on the play. And this will be William Conley that will, I think, be whistled here for the penalty. As we await the call here. I'll call it a check to the head. That's going to be a 2-minute non-releasable here. Boy, that's a costly one here for Juan Diego. They'll lose their best long pull for 2 minutes. And a non-releasable, an opportunity for Westfield to try to regain that lead. Led 2-0 early on. See what this offense can draw up. Grady call. Here's Miller, back to Grady. A little bit of room here, shot, and that was wide. Backed up here by Westfield on the track there by Wright. And do we have a timeout taken? Yes, we do. Timeout, 9:45 to go. We'll step aside, be back, man up for Westfield when we come back. About a minute 30 left here on the man up for Westfield. The Longhorns led 2-0. A non-releasable penalty here, so they got an opportunity to strike. We'll see what they do out of the timeout as that pass a little tall there for Miller, and it's tracked down by Fairbanks. Kai across midfield, and Juan Diego, see if they can bleed off the rest of this time. There's, I think, about a minute left or so as you see Skyler. Boy, Skyler working right in front. Jump shot and a goal. Or was he in the crease? They will wave it off. Skyler in the crease. That will not count. As now we've got whistles here. Boy, Skyler very aggressive there, being man down. And you'll see some teams try to hold that out, expire it. Had a great opportunity, though, as now the Longhorns across the middle. They've got some time back here, about 30 more seconds to work with. Here's Horspool. Excuse me, Horspool had come up. This is Grady Call with it. Miller given angle, working around that one. That's a little off target, backed up here by Westfield. Our clock's a little ahead. We're just going to let ours wait. We've got about 8:30 to go. Worked up, Olsen. He'll give with Miller. Final seconds coming off here. A rip there, and out a kick save by Anderson. Boy, a good look there straight away, and Anderson able to take it away and smother it. As final seconds, I believe, this man down, ticking away. And that clear, the pass too tall. It is turned over back here to Westfield as Juan Diego back to even strength. So the 2-minute non-releasable, no damage done if you're a Juan Diego fan. Westfield with a couple good looks. That one deflected off the stick of Conley. And now the Juan Diego Soaring Eagle with a chance to clear here. They'll play back with Anderson. Conley with some space. That pass a little too tall for him, and it's tracked down by Kelton Wright. Here comes Westfield on the run. Wright, long pull, shot, saved by Anderson. The freshman's made some good saves here early for Juan Diego. Westfield right back with it. Sparrow, far side, will work up with Olsen. Now patience being shown. Here's Call, running start. His pass too tall there for Gage Wright. As you saw the physicality there of Juan Diego. Made that pass a little more difficult than expected. Now the Soaring Eagle. Room here for Skyler. That pass over his head. So we've seen turnovers on each side. Numbers here for Westfield. Bridge plays over. That pass couldn't be handled initially by Call. Grady checked to the ground and a loose ball picked up here by Fairbanks. Now Juan Diego on the clear. Man, I've done that a couple times. My apologies as Soaring Eagle fans. Here's Buck. Nicola Demas helping to settle it up here. Trey lost his defender, gives over to Skyler. Gave to Jimerson, now with Skyler. Skyler trying to work around Clark. As we approach the midway point here in this second quarter, no goals in this second quarter. As Nicola Demas trying to work around Hansen. He'll give to the angle, rip there. That did not come out cleanly. As now Westfield trying to work this up through the middle with Hansen. Hayden. And a hard check there put on by Jimerson. Won it back, met there by Hansen. And now we will get the call. We have I think it's going to be Juan Diego possession here. Westfield fans disagreeing. As extended conversation here with the Westfield bench. Officials here seeming content with the call. 5.5 to go. Soaring Eagle possession. Here's Nicola Demas. You see heavy stick work there by Trey Bridge. Jarred it loose momentarily. Trey back on it. Here's Miles Sears. Boy, it's playoffs. You can feel it here in the stadium. Sears had that pass disrupted. Westfield on it. Hansen will peel back. Use Thornock here. That pass almost intercepted, but lofted over the top. Call with a little bit of room here. Grady to the middle, and that shot was just wide as I think the stick got deflected there on the attempt, and this last touch by Juan Diego will stay here with the Longhorns. We've got whistles here from midfield. We have an offside here. It'll be Juan Diego possession. The official there in the middle counting it, seeing the offside, will be back with the Soaring Eagle. That pass deflected out of the air. Boy, fortunate Wright did not see it as Anderson comes to gather. Room here in the middle for Fairbanks. Kai coming ahead. Here's Buck giving now with Jimerson. Chris, 12 goals on the year, 15 assists. As they'll give now to Trey. Nicodemus as we approach the 4-minute mark. Nice move there, gives back. Jimerson the shot there, just wide, backed up. Good look there. Jimerson coming off of that little deep screen. Still back here to start. Stoback working back out. Westfield trying to lock off Skyler here as Kelton Wright is trying to stick to him. Oh, a little no-look flip. That one trickled through but couldn't be handled. And Westfield with the possession as Kelton Wright now working on the clear will play out with Colohan. And a timeout going to be taken here by Westfield. Timeout Longhorns. We thought it'd be a good one. It has been. We're still locked up at 2. Westfield possession when we come back here in the 4A quarterfinal. Welcome back. Westfield possession. Wright. Coming up, has yet to score here today. His 72 goals on the year. And Juan Diego's done a nice job against him. Horspool. Give back here to Gage. Sparrow working to the angle. Now the point, Miller. That pass, tried the little no-look flip. Call had to come back. Boy, tough shot there. And that go in? No, that was outside. And Anderson, well, he's been sharp today. I like the game we've seen from Anderson. Gave up a couple there early. But, boy, he's been seeing it well. He's made some nice plays. That had a few here in the stands questioning, but we were keyed in on that one. Anderson continuing on here. And did we get a timeout maybe? Yeah, I think we did. As, boy, it is, a possession timeout there. That ride from Westfield continuing to cause problems here for Juan Diego on the clear. Timeout Soaring Eagle. They'll have it here when we come back. 25 to go in the first half. Juan Diego possession. Seen their defense continue to play extremely well. The only goal that we had here in this third quarter was a no goal due to a crease violation. Really, both defenses have been good. Skyler here behind will play up with Jimerson. Stoltz, man up, gives over to Nicodemus. I should say man up goal. My apologies. Is playing even here. Nicodemus almost had that edge. Nice job staying right with him there by that Westfield defense. Trey still on it. Works to Jimerson. Stoltz trying to work through. And that one lost. Stoltz taken down on the play. And now whistles here as guys were getting tied up. And, yeah, this will maintain here with Juan Diego. Nicodemus got around the defense. He'll take the shot. Looking top side there. Might have been saved or just over the crossbar. It's backed up here either way. And Skyler with it here for Juan Diego. Nicodemus. Jimerson now at X, sends up. That shot over the crossbar, and Skyler there able to win it. One minute left here in the first half. Schuyler looking backside. Oh, what a goal for Juan Diego. And it was Schuyler who has he's got 60 goals, but that's his 41st assist as the unselfish play to give it up to Jack Stoback on the backside. And the Soaring Eagle have taken their first lead of the game. Boy, it's what you appreciate. You see guys who come in that can score a lot of goals, but Noah Schuyler, a junior, a very balanced player, and love that he's able to get that ball across to Stoback, who scores his 22nd of the year. And a face-off win here gathered by Conley. Juan Diego with a 3-2 lead here. And a chance to maybe get some more here before the end of the half. They'll play up. Ross, he's got space. And a whistle here. Going to bring this back. And I apologize, I missed that call. It'll be West Field possession. And that one nearly intercepted by Conley. William making this a bit of a scrum gathered by Miller. Here comes Lincoln Miller. 15 seconds to go. Apologies, clock malfunction. We'll count this down for you. 10 left in the half. That one couldn't be handled initially, kept by Metz. Johnny Metz steps up and a shot saved by Anderson with 5 seconds left. Does not have to do anything as he will retreat. And that will do it for the half. 3-2, Juan Diego with the lead at the break here in the 4A quarterfinal on KSLSports.com. Ready to start our second half. 3-2, Juan Diego, the 9 seed, with the lead over the top-seeded West Field Longhorns, thanks to the goal by Jack Stoback. Scored with under 2 minutes to go in that opening half. It's been a battle, back and forth procedure here. We'll give it to Juan Diego to start this second half, and it's one of the things, in my opinion, going to be really interesting to see if Juan Diego will be aggressive or if they will try to kind of drain this game down here with the lead over the top-seeded Longhorns. Your goal scorers at the break for Westfield, Tayden Call and Kenny Olson, both those coming back in the opening minutes. Meanwhile, for Juan Diego, Schuyler and Stoltz each with first quarter goals. They've been the leading scorers for Juan Diego this year. Stoback, the aforementioned junior, adding in the game-leading goal in the second. This is Schuyler, a goal and an assist for the junior today, being defended there by Wright. He'll play up with Nicodemus. Trey there off the screen. Now working to get aggressive here, trying to get that angle. We'll play this back at X. Schuyler could not possess it. Battle here, and that's retreated, gathered by Thornock. Westfield here working to clear up. Bridge across the middle. Look out, Bridge. Finally having to peel off. He'll get this to Gage Wright. Wright coming in, shooting and scoring. We talked about one of the state's leading goal scorers. Did not score in the first half, but Gage Wright with the goal to start off the third has tied it up at 3. When you see clears and why they can be so dangerous, you got Trey Bridge starting from the defensive end, coming all the way up. Never really gets picked up. By the time he finally does, they got their leading scorer, really an extended GLE, able to work in front of the cage and score. Tough man to keep out of the scoring column. And while it took him a little over a half, Gage Wright on the score sheet here to tie it up. Off of this face-off. Gathered by Lawrence. Porter. Westfield had a lot of possession in that first half. Couldn't capitalize on the possession that they had, as Olsen here dealing with 4 defenders, and Juan Diego, that defense, able to take it back as they work up here with Backman through the middle. Brandon, he's got some room in front of him. He'll play to the angle here with Schuyler and allow the offense now to set up for Juan Diego. Noah here. Waiting, Jimerson coming on. He's got a running start. That pass tough to handle. Trickling near side. That will stay in. Swept back on the field. And this one scooped up there by Backman. Knocked loose. Backman with it again. He's got some room here. Jimerson. Behind goal. That jarred loose, and I think a hold there getting tied up. It should stay with Juan Diego. It's a late flag coming in here. And so Juan Diego here will prepare to go man up as an unofficial indication on that far sideline calling for a non-releasable. We'll see if that will be the call here as the official's going to converse. Each team with a man-up goal here in this quarterfinal. The winner advancing to the semifinal to take on the winner of Snow Canyon and Mountain Crest. That has been a good ball game today. Last check, that was tied up at 5. Mountain Crest with the big upset in the second round. It is unnecessary here, the call. It'll be 1 minute man up for Juan Diego. So a chance for the Soaring Eagle to retake the lead here. Stoltz. He had the man-up goal back in that first quarter. Skyler has to reach back, able to possess. He'll give to Sears. Now on the angle, Jimerson. Time ticking away here. No shots on this man up yet. Buck gives over. Sears now. Back to Skyler. Little room here. Feeds in front. Shot there. Saved by Thornock. They tried to feed it to Buck right in the slot area, and Thornock tracked it well, able to make the save. Westfield here working on the clear up through the middle. Gathered by Beagley. Westfield back to even strength as they kill off the penalty. Just the one shot given up. Saved by Carter. Johnny Metz just coming on, has it now for the Longhorns. Here's Horspool. Nice handoff there. This Juan Diego D has really communicated quite well today. Back up with Grady Call. Call has a little angle there. That hit off the post. And backed up here for Westfield. Gage Wright starting quickly with Horspool. Here's Miller. Metz lost that one, trying to retrack it as Conley there defending. Played back onto the field with Grady Call. Call. He's got some room here. Call with a shot and the save by Anderson. Continues to play extremely well. Again, just a freshman, Braden Anderson, my apologies. And yeah, the call there will stay with Juan Diego. Fortunately, that official on the other side, though I'm sure he can still hear the jeers from the home stands. Fans not liking that call. Tried to sweep ahead. Westfield able to repossess it here in the middle. Longhorns now coming up. Right. He'll cross this over. So we've hit the midway point here in this third. A shot here, and that was outside again, off the side of the net. A couple, I think, Grady Call, I think he's had both of those today. As this clear over with Buck. Wesley, nice little juke there, working up that far line. A lot of room here for the Soaring Eagle, is successful on the clear. I'll tell you this, one of the things that you maybe haven't seen on the screen is there's a lot of daps for each side, giving players, hey, that's a good look, hey, nice job. I've seen both teams doing that. Love to call that out, compete without contempt, saying that I learned and absolutely love that, and I want to shout that out, the sportsmanship here today. Is, while we've seen physical, both teams a lot of respect for their opponents. And Skyler here starting from behind. And this worked up. Stoltz. Trying to work down that left alley, shot here and scores. Parker Stoltz with the goal to give the lead back to Juan Diego. Second goal of the game for the sophomore. Boy, when you get that edge, especially down the alley like that, so hard as a goalie to see those shots coming, and Stoltz with the rip. It's 4-3, Soaring Eagle. Of course, the semifinals we were alluding to earlier will be at Westminster College, where the winner of this will go. Westminster University now, my apologies. Those semis will be on Wednesday. We'll have those games for you here on KSLSports.com. As a flag coming in here on the play, that will draw more ire from the home fans as this across the midline. And we'll get possession here by Westfield, and we'll get the call. Juan Diego to go man up here with 4:30 to go in the third quarter. As the call coming in, it is a slash. Juan Diego, the chance to make this a multi-goal lead. It will be Skyler to start it. Skyler come near side. Stoltz. Back to the angle. Shot here and a goal. Top shelf. What a look by Trey Nicodemus. His first goal of the game has given the Soaring Eagle a 2-goal lead here with 4:05 to go in our third. I love the offense there by Juan Diego. We've seen on their man-ups, they keep that ball, a lot of perimeter passing, and usually it's kind of gone the full gambit, but that time as it works back up top, it goes right back to Nicodemus, who'd come around the cage and a catch and shoot. 22nd goal of the year for Trey. And Juan Diego, they've got upset on their minds. Still a long way to go here. As this face-off, boy, an opportunity there, could not cleanly possess, and we'll get the push here. This should be Westfield possession. And a late flag coming in here. And this would have just been a possession call. But I think a reaction after the call is going to draw the flag here, and I believe will give Westfield a man-up opportunity as we are awaiting the official call here from the field. Dead ball. It'll be, I think, 30 seconds, I think is what I heard. But it will be man up here for the Longhorns. A chance to try to draw back here to within one. As we're inside 4 to go. Sent over Miller. He'll take the shot here. Saved by Anderson. That rebound came out to the middle. Westfield could not handle it initially. Trying to get back on it. They will. Horspool had it there. Plays to GLE. Work through the middle. Right, the shot on the goal. Man up for Gage Wright. His second goal of the game. And they make Juan Diego pay for the penalty. After being scoreless in the first half, Wright with both goals here for the Longhorns in the third. And this pulls it back to a 1-goal difference with 3:36 to go in the third. Boy, in big games, your top players have to show up. And we've now seen that really both teams. Kenny Olson, the second leading goal scorer for Westfield, scored early, right now with a pair. Meanwhile, both of the leading scorers for Juan Diego have goals in this one. As this face-off won by the Soaring Eagle. On the angle, shot here, and that one just saved by Thornock. Good rip there by Stoltz. And back, that kept in here by Tyson Clark. And that pass nearly intercepted. Maybe fortunate that Nicodemus lost his footing, but he's still staying with it here for Juan Diego. Ground ball gathered by Clark momentarily. Has it here again. Now to the middle. Trey Bridge, he's got room. Numbers here for Westfield. Bridge will shoot, and that is wide and backed up. It will stay here with the Longhorns with 3:06 to go. Right here to start. Tempo picking up here for Westfield. You can start to see this team loves to build momentum. When it gets going, it's like a train. It's hard to stop. Call. Couple defenders there. He'll pull this back. Works over. Right. He'll wrap around. Shot. And that was off target. Backed up here again by Westfield. Olsen. Still on it. Pushed out. Fed back, Olsen. Little turn, and that shot, a late stick check there. Able to throw that shot off target. Nice piece of defensive work there by Backman. He's had a solid game today for Juan Diego. Metz. He'll take this behind as we approach the 2-minute mark. Now to Call. Grady seeking the middle. Turns back. Grady Call, the shot on the goal. Boy, great shot placement there by Grady Call. As you're working to the left side, that goalie going to creep over. He goes cross goal. Beautiful look as Grady Call now with his first goal of the game. Ties it up at 5 here with inside 2 minutes left in the third. Back-to-back goals here for Westfield. Scored by Wright and Call. And boy, we got a Westfield player here still down after that goal. It's not Call. I'm trying to get the number. That might be Wright. As they'll wait here. Looks like just cramps. We certainly hope that's the case. As we'll take a quick break here, step aside. We'll have a face-off here when we come back. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind's coverage of the 4A state playoffs on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. It is Gage Wright. You see him trotting off. Good to see. It did look like just cramps. We'll hope for his sake that is the case. One of the top goal scorers in the state this year has had a good game. Pair of goals here in the third. Electric goal scorers. Good to see him able to jog that off. We do want to remind you that our playoff coverage is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. It's a big deal. Tab Bank member FDIC. Want to thank them for their sponsorship of Rewind's coverage of the 4A state playoffs on KSLSports.com. That one loose. Ground ball gathered by Westfield. Longhorns coming ahead. Fed over. Call. Extra pass right in front. They'll send up. Shot here, and that one deflected on the way. And that was a good piece of work there by Conley on the closeout. As helped his freshman goalie out there, not letting that get through. Inside 90 seconds left here in our third. Grady Call. We'll work back with Horspool. Now to Olsen. Back to Cooper. Back at X. Angle, call, little room there. That shot was shy of the post and backed up here for the Longhorns.
Move the ball, guys, move the ball.
Inside a minute in our third quarter. Horspool will work to call. Little room here, shot, and a save by Anderson. Well, that's a good look there for Kenny Olson. 15 yards out, but Braden Anderson continues to see it extremely well. Makes a great save as Juan Diego now coming ahead. Ross, little spin move. Able to give this with Jimerson. As Juan Diego set up the offense here. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Jimerson setting up. Skyler, a couple defenders there. That shot was just wide and kicked there by Thornock. Westfield here with 5 seconds left will hold. We are through three, knotted up in the 4A quarter, 1 quarter left. Here to see who will advance to the 4A semifinal. You're watching KSL Sports coverage of the 4A quarter on KSLSports.com.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me.
Sorry, Grandma. Tab spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Quarter, what a game we've had. Each team has had 2-goal leads. Each team has come back from 2-goal deficits, obviously. We're tied up at 5. A winner trying to play, or these teams trying to play for the right to advance to the 4A semi. A face-off win there by Pecora. As we've seen games this year where face-offs in the fourth quarter have been the difference. And see if that can help Juan Diego pull off this upset as they lose the possession there. And Tyson Clark comes ahead. Westfield's probably had the advantage on the face-offs. Clark will take a shot and score. The long pole started on the defensive end, absorbed the check, and Tyson Clark, just his second goal of the season, but able to go top shelf and beat Anderson, makes it 6-5 Westfield. Boy, and you hear the eruption of Westfield, not only just that they have taken the lead here in the fourth in what's been a tightly contested game, but the manner to do it. You love, well, fans love the long pole goals. I don't know, coaches always love it, but man, Tyson Clark, he's been aggressive day a couple times where he's been deep on those clears, and that time able to score it despite the contact. Absolutely love it. Is another face-off win here for Juan Diego. That pass broken up momentarily as support by Fairbanks trying to keep it, but cannot. Westfield back with the possession quickly after losing the face-off. Now trying to clear here with Trey Bridge. Couple Soaring Eagle defenders there. Bridge across the middle. Oh, Bridge lowering the shoulder. Call will give here to Horspool. The Westfield fans really starting to get into it. Miller still keeping it here. Will work up. Horspool. Tough angle shot. That's saved by Anderson. A ground ball tracked down by Conley. Juan Diego, Michael Moore. Nice piece of work there, able to get to Apgar. And now to Backman. Apgar trying to stay with it, cannot. Couple early turnovers here by Juan Diego. Lincoln Miller. Will roll near side to Horspool. Played up with Metz. Metz's shot there might have been deflected on the way out. Backed up here. Worked up. Horspool. Pair of 14s here, defended by Nicoladimus. Works to the angle. Fairbanks really physical there. Sent across. That shot, a riser. And did that go in? I don't think that went in. The putback is just wide. Goalies did not give a goal indication. Yeah, no goal. I thought Anderson, I thought he did get a piece of that. It came out very quickly. Here's Horspool. Able to work to right. Right coming around, shot there. And I think Anderson got a piece of that one as well. Moore trying to get on it. Right making it tough. Ground ball. Scrum here. Players to the ground. Caught out of the air as Juan Diego now working to clear. A check out of play. Boy, and now we got physicality right at the table. Flags coming in here as both teams getting caught up in it. I don't think the Juan Diego player may have thought that he got checked out of bounds. I thought that might have been a legal check. It was certainly awfully close to the boundary, but did not like it as both teams started to get into it right at the table, and now officials here making sure teams get to their respective benches, and they'll talk through this. As, boy, that escalated quickly. Trying to get the clear up, and next thing you know, had ourselves almost some WWE action. I was waiting for that table to get thrown on and maybe broken up in the middle, but officials getting there before we could get to that. 6-5 Westfield. You can see the intensity here. There's multiple flags here. I would guess we'll probably have penalties on each side, but we will wait and see. Folks at the table making sure they're okay. You can see some of the shock and expression, some fast heartbeats down there as well. I want to take a moment, just remind you, you can catch the 4A, 5A, and 6A semifinals and championships. We will have all those games for you on KSLSports.com. Starting Tuesday on the girls' side, we'll have playoff action starting for you at 10 a.m. We're going to go 12 straight hours, folks, with semifinal action on Tuesday and Wednesday. If you can't come out to Westminster, come join us right here on KSLSports.com. And then, of course, Thursday and Friday championships. Girls championships on Thursday, boys on Friday. Those will be at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman. Again, if you can't get out there, come join us on the stream on KSLSports.com. As we await the call here, officials coming over, they'll have a quick conversation. Would expect as much with the head coaches to explain the rulings here. I think some are maybe not going to be received super well. I'm guessing we'll have, again, each side will be in. Of course, we can't do this without our sponsors. While we're waiting, we'll give our sponsors an extra read. Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back eligible purchases. It's a big deal at Tab Bank, member FDIC. Nine minutes to go here. As, boy, we might just have one penalty being enforced here. No, there will be another one. So unsportsmanlike the call on Juan Diego. That will be a 1 minute non-releasable. Did not see the call or indication on Westfield. but I'm guessing it will be similar. So there will be no advantage here. Teams will be still even, as they'll each be down a player here with 9 to go. Westfield possession. As call works over with Horspool. Westfield with 3 unanswered goals here. They trailed 5-3. Have the 6-5 lead. Olsen working up there with Metz. Quick move. Here comes a shot by Call. Apologies, that was Call, not Metz. That hit off the post. And now Juan Diego here working to clear far line as Michael Moore across the middle. He's coming ahead. Oh, that pass, a tough one. Intercepted there by Kelton Wright. That pass had trouble written all over it the moment it left the stick. Kelton trying to work through this Juan Diego defense, able to give it up to Miller. And now we've got a timeout going to be taken by Westfield. Timeout Longhorns. They'll have the possession with a 6-5 lead, 8 minutes to go in regulation. You're watching the 4A state playoffs on KSLSports.com.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back. I think we are near the end of the penalties from our scrum. Each team still with a player off here. Westfield possession. Back in play. And yeah, both are back here to even strength. Westfield thought Juan Diego might have been a little early on the release. But no harm done there. There's a shot there just wide. By no harm, I mean no goal given up or anything like that. There's still some chatter off of that play. Here's Call. Call, boy, tough angle. And Anderson, I think there was sitting on it. And I think a crease violation there. Will give it here to Juan Diego. As Juan Diego, they felt like they were starting to get settled in this game, and then a couple turnovers has allowed Westfield to get right back in it, kind of establish their momentum. As Ross here needing to work this up. He's got a player open and does so. Played ahead here with Nicoladimus. Crossed over, wind up, shot and goal. Boy, an absolute rip there from Parker Stoltz. And you see the quick clear allows Juan Diego to attack before Westfield could really get back defensively. Heady play there by Nicoladimus, kind of coming up, skipping it over with Stoltz. And the numbers there successful as Westfield trying to be aggressive on that ride, and Ross the long clear leads to a goal. 6 apiece here, 7 to go in regulation. This game continuing to be back and forth. As we'll head back here, this has been really the advantage. Juan Diego in this fourth quarter, they've been great on the face-offs, but they haven't really been able to get into established possession off the face-offs in this fourth. As this face-off won by Westfield. That was Hansen coming up with it. Hayden Hansen here back behind goal. Lost it. Ground ball, Hansen trying to stay on it. Scoop near the crease. And Juan Diego gathered by Fairbanks, and now Anderson. Boy, aggressive here by Grady Call. Is using his help here with Conley. Has a stick checked away. Williams still on it. Got to get it ahead. Looking through the middle. That can't be connected with Buck. Trickling through and over pursued. Juan Diego back on it. Here comes Stoltz. Parker the shot, and that's saved by Thornock. Maybe his most important save of the game, coming with 6 minutes to play to keep us even here at 6. Westfield now on the counter. Grady Call, he's got room. Bridge to his right, will play to his left. Extra pass on the angle. Fed across. Gage Wright with the goal, and Westfield back on top as Gage Wright scoring his third. It's a hat trick for the senior, his 75th goal of the season, giving Westfield back the lead. Boy, very quick passing there by Westfield. Do a great job to really work middle, side, and then backside. And when you get Gage Wright there with no help, that's how you get 75 goals. What a year for Gage, trying to help push this Westfield team to the semifinal. Pecora stepping back in here for Juan Diego. I think it's Hansen in there for Westfield, as the officials here had a bit of a prolonged conversation after that goal. It will be Hansen to take this face off for the Longhorns. Try to sweep that wide, and it is possessed here by Westfield. Wright had it lost, this in the air. Boy, look at Anderson coming out of his goal to track that. It is checked down. This one swept to the middle. Backman trying to possess. It is Ross with it. Hard check there as a flag coming in. We actually have multiple flags. There was also one before that play. As Juan Diego here will go player up. It might be multiples as we await the call here. You can see it there on the right side again. Wright and Anderson, they've been dapping each other up. Now you see Wright and Fairbanks. Again, Gage Wright, he's one of the top scorers in the entire state. And you see the respect the defense has for he and he for the defense. As officials here still conversing. Big call. As Trey Bridge is off here, kind of waiting his impending call, and looks like Grady Call may be coming over as well. Yeah, so an illegal body check will be 1 minute non-releasable for Grady, and Bridge was not called, so my apologies there for alluding to that. It looked like Trey was in the area. Thought that he might have been kind of waiting, but that's not the case. It will just be Grady Call here. 1 minute man up for Juan Diego. And it will be a non-releasable situation for the Soaring Eagle, trailing here 7-6 in this fourth quarter. It will be Schuyler to start it at the midline for Juan Diego. 5:21 to go. They've been good on the man up today. Over to Stoltz. Schuyler coming near side. Skips to the angle. Extra pass right in front. Tried to skip across, taken away by Thornock. Got beat by that earlier in the game. Carter Thornock making the heady play as this clear, tracked down by Bridge. And Westfield, we'll see if they elect to try to drain the rest of this penalty. By my count, about 15 seconds left. Bridge will play over with Horspool. As penalty killed off, back to even strength are the Longhorns. Here's Sparrow. Trying to work around Moore. A little deke there, but no, taken away by Moore. So now Juan Diego on the run. They'll play ahead. Jimerson. As we're inside 4 to play. And we've got a timeout going to be taken here by Juan Diego. 3:50 to go. Timeout. Soaring Eagle looking for a late game-tying goal here in the 4A semifinal. Welcome back. Juan Diego possession. 7-6. Westfield. The top seed. It's been a battle. Champions often have to go through this kind of a battle. Either of these teams, whichever one comes out, going to be well prepared for their semifinal and potentially championship game if they play like this. Here's Nicolademus. Trying that right alley. He'll work behind here. Defended by Hansen. Nicolademus coming out. Thornock being very aggressive. He'll retreat to the crease. Worked to a shot and a goal. Boy, it's Miles Sears. Just his 5th goal of the season, but the senior coming up with a huge goal for Juan Diego to tie it up at 7. Boy, and Thornock, you see him come out really aggressive and he retreats. He gets back in time, but you wonder if he's really able to get settled. A quick pass right to that slot area. Sears all alone, and we've seen Juan Diego be able to take advantage of that a couple times here in this ball game. Sears, fantastic finish there as we're back to even. It's been this way all day. 7 apiece. 3:17 to go. And an ever important faceoff as it is won by the Soaring Eagle. And no shot clock. Be interesting to see how aggressive Juan Diego will be, the 9 seed. And we heard early, so we'll take a timeout here. We'll save that thought for when we come back. Juan Diego taking the timeout. 3:05 to go, tied up with the top-seeded Longhorns. You're watching the 4A state playoffs on KSLSports.com. 3 to go. Juan Diego possession. Do they hold? Do they attack? It's Nicolademus. Gives to Jimerson. You know, one of the interesting notes, I've not talked about this, Region 10, they played each other once in season. Then they had a region tournament. I'm actually of the belief, I think it molds you for a moment like this. You've been playing must-win games with meaningful things on the line. This Juan Diego team finished 3rd in their region. They advanced to the region title game after knocking off Waterford. They fell to Judge. But they've been playing tournaments now for 2 weeks. Oh, a little bit of room here. Shot, and that was wide. Backed up here by Juan Diego. And part of why I love that story is because I wish more regions did that. I think it's a great idea. Love that Region 10 did it. Folks, reach out to Coach Broska, Coach Tack, whomever. It's a great idea and would love to see more of those across the state. I think it does great things for preparing your kids for big moments, including be it lacrosse or not. As here's Sears. He has the game-tying goal. He'll work back with Nicolademus. Trey here. He's got a running start. A little bit of an edge. That shot sailed. Backed up here. And that was Skyler in position as he'll start it now for the Soaring Eagle. Extended possession here for Juan Diego. 2 to play. Noah being defended by Wright, who's had that matchup all day. Has done a really good job by all accounts. Nicolademus lost it, trying to stay on it. Westfield trying to track this down. Still a ground ball, swept back and gathered by Clark. Longhorns now working on the clears. We approach 90 seconds left. Here comes Gage Wright. Wright, he's got a lane to the goal shot, and Westfield takes the lead. Gage Wright with his 4th goal of the game, all in the second half, has given Westfield the 8-7 lead here inside 90 seconds remaining. This 4th quarter started with a couple turnovers for Juan Diego. An untimely turnover inside 2 minutes, and Gage Wright makes them pay. What answer do the Soaring Eagle have? They've been good on the face-off in this 4th. They've got to win this one. Going back in 4th, and it is Juan Diego coming up with it. Fairbanks keeping that high. He'll take the shot, and Thornock with the save. This backed up for Juan Diego. 1:16 to go. What last punch does the 9th-seeded Juan Diego Soaring Eagle team have against the top-seeded West Field Longhorns? Here's Skyler. We approach 1 minute left. Skyler scored back in the first, has not scored since. He'll work to Jimerson. Sears coming on for Juan Diego inside a minute. And now we've got a timeout taken by Juan Diego. 55 seconds left. Don't go anywhere. We got the best finish of the day coming up when we come back. Welcome back. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Gage Wright, 4 of the 6 second-half goals for Westfield coming from their leading scorer, including the game winner. Westfield now needing their defense. Coach Colahan, when I first met him a couple weeks ago, he said, a lot of people talk about our offense, but our defense is really good, and here's the chance for them to prove it. 55 seconds left, 1-goal lead. Winner advancing to the 4A semifinal. Can Westfield get one more stand against this Juan Diego team that's played with confidence all game long? Here's Nicodemus. He will start, looking right side. Trey still on it. He'll play back at X. Jimerson will work over now to Stoltz. He's got a Hattie today. Parker to the middle. 30 seconds remaining. He has to peel off. Gives to Backman. Now Skyler. Clock approaching 20 seconds left. Noah has room. Skips across right in front, and we're tied up. Juan Diego with the game-tying goal, and it is Skyler one more time with the dish to make it 8 apiece with 18 seconds left. What a play by the junior Skyler. And was it Stoback again with the goal? His 2nd of the game, 23rd of the year. And we're not done yet, folks. This face-off still being battled for, won by Juan Diego. Momentarily is this trickling out, and it will be Westlake possession and a timeout taken here by the Longhorns. 9 seconds left. Is there late magic for the number 1 seed? We'll find out after this. Welcome back. 9 seconds left. Westfield ball. It will be Gage Wright to start. He's got 4 goals, all in this second half, to lead the way for this Longhorn offense. Can they come up with one last look? Here's Wright, trying to get to the middle. He'll take the shot. That's sailed, and it is chased by Anderson. 4 seconds left. It will be Juan Diego possession. They'll send this up, and that will do it for regulation. We head to overtime in the 4A quarterfinal. Westfield, Juan Diego, extra time when we come back. Westfield, Juan Diego, 8 apiece as we head to overtime. Golden goal, first to score wins. And then the possession, won by Westfield. Here's Wright to the goal, shot, saved by Anderson. Ground ball, bodies to the turf, gathered by Fairbanks. And now we've got a call here on this far side. Maybe a push, waiting here. Yeah, it might have been just a player safety, so having to make a switch here. That was Moore, who came off earlier in the game and back in that fourth quarter. Good to see him back on the field and able to jog off okay. Juan Diego here with the possession. Trying to shock 4A. Anderson. Look out. Anderson still with it across the middle. And a timeout being taken, a wise timeout there taken by Juan Diego. Timeout, Soaring Eagle. They'll have the possession here in overtime after this.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
3:28 here in overtime. Juan Diego possession. Nicodemus on that far side being taken here by Bridge. He'll send over. Here's that's Buck. Jimerson trying to use the screen there. Gives back now with Stoltz. Stoltz, 3 goals today. Little angle here. He'll take the shot, and he scores! Juan Diego upsets Westfield as Parker Stoltz, 4 goals, the game winner in overtime to stun the top-seeded Longhorns. What a game. You feel awful for Westfield. First year for Coach Colohan and this program. A fantastic year. Your region champs. They went undefeated in region play. They led early. They led late. You talk about Gage Wright, a senior, finished 76 goals this season for the senior. Sparrow, a senior as well. A lot of guys coming back, but boy, to have the year they did, they wanted state championship. They wanted to get to semifinal, and they battled in this one. But boy, that defense of Juan Diego so tough. An opportunistic offense for the Soaring Eagle. Noah Schuyler scored in the first, had a number of assists. Parker Stoltz finished with the 4. How about the game today for Braden Anderson? The freshman made huge saves for Juan Diego as the Soaring Eagle stun Westfield 9-8 in overtime. So many performances we could talk about in this one. Absolutely loved the heart by Gage Wright. 4 of his goals, all 4 coming in the second half, including the one to put him up late. Obviously, Porter Thornock made some big saves late as well. A great defensive effort for Westfield today, but it was Juan Diego and Braden Anderson, 2 players of the game. Got to start with Braden Anderson. The goalie had some huge saves against this dynamic Westfield offense. And then Parker Stoltz, the sophomore, 4 goals. He's got 69 on the year. What a game for him as Juan Diego, the 9 seed, advances in the 4A state tournament to the state semifinal. 9-8, Juan Diego defeating Westfield in overtime. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. Thank you so much for joining us. Come join us on Wednesday for 4A, 5A, and 6A semifinal action live from Westminster University as Juan Diego will be there. We'll see you then. Come join us on Wednesday on KSLSports.com.